Hello and welcome back to another Exos Heroes Hero Spotlight, and today we'll continue our review of all the fated support heroes, and we're looking at Talia this time, the fortune teller of Braun and friend of Iris. So in many ways, I think Talia may be the ultimate stereotypical support as it exists currently. With single target and AoE attacks, heals, and cleanse, what more do you want from your support, right? Oh, you want her to kill dragon? She can do that too. So, very interesting. Let's take a look. Obviously, before we jump into the skills, she is a fated hero with a nature element. She, as we mentioned, is in the support position, and her attack type is magical attack. So now let's take a look at her skills.
So, she starts off with a basic attack, as all the heroes do. She does between 456 to 548 damage to a single target. Her A1 Judge's Hand costs 1 mana and deals 150% damage to one enemy. It also heals one ally for 29% of her own maximum health when the skill hits, and it cleanses all damage over time and debuff effects from the target that got healed. Her A2 is Summon Golem with a 4 mana cost, and it deals 127% damage to all enemies, heals all allies for 24% of her own maximum health when the skill hits, and cleanses all damage over time and debuff effects on all allies, which is insane. Her passive, First Aid 3, grants a heal equal to 100% of her attack to an ally if they take damage and their health drops below 20%. She gains 1 mana if the caster's health is less than 20 when triggered, and gains 1 mana if the caster's health is above 70% when triggered. She also comes, as we mentioned earlier, with the Dragon's Knight Blessing, which increases damage dealt to dragons with Dragon Scale of Order by 250%, and she also comes with the Head Dragon Knight passive, which decreases damage from Raging Breath by 50, and increases damage reduction to the allies with Dragon Knight Blessing by 20% additional, and this does not stack with other Head Dragon Knight passives. So, why don't we take a quick second, talk about her use cases and how she's best utilized.
Sure. So Talia is in contention with Anastasia when it comes to being the best fated healer. In a way, the end result is the same, both heroes doing damage and healing, but with Talia having her damage and heal spread out across both of her actives. This, in my opinion, is an interesting change that makes her much safer in auto battle scenarios, where you always be healing and doing damage at the same time, and reduces the amount of AI mistakes that you can possibly run into. Her damage isn't as high, especially when in comparison to Anastasia, but that's not a big issue considering you're always going to have a team with her anyway, right? If you have your team balanced in a way that there's enough damage to go around among other heroes, you don't really need her to fill in that position. Also, she brings a lot of utility with her actives as well, one of which is only 1 mana cost, meaning she's going to be useful every single turn across every single piece of the content. Being a support hero, she also has a benefit shared with other AoE healers, which is amazing synergies with defenders. When running high damage frontline heroes like Ullum, Garth, Valar, even if your backline dies, by keeping the tanky frontline alive, you can continue the fight without too much of an issue. And of course, with her Dragon Knight and Head Dragon Knight passive, she is a great unit to bring for dragon rounds, especially on nature days due to her element. You can make a case that she might even be a better Head Dragon Knight support than Emma, due to her team-wide healing bringing so much more value in a 10-man raid. Overall, Talia, a top-tier healer, support, and a very solid fated hero. The decision on whether or not to use her are more dependent on how she fits into your team comp, rather than whether or not she is good on paper, because undoubtedly she is. And that's it for us today. If you have a different thought on Talia, please let us know in the comments. To see more reviews of Exos Heroes and Exos Heroes related content, feel free to check out our other videos. And lastly, if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next episode.
Peace.